We are losing the recipes. That is my favorite quote right now because I feel like there is this subsector of women and men, but mostly women that are sharing the recipes that our aunties, our mothers, our sisters shared. That, if I'm quite honest, I hated growing up, but now, oh, I completely understand, particularly the art of presenting yourself, the art of dressing, how there are so many small nuances that actually create this image of yourself. And I think that as we're in the day of age that like everyone hates rules. Again, growing up, I hated rules. I hated anything that made me feel like I had to try outside of what I wanted to do. But if you really are an adult and you realize like, oh wait, no, you actually do have to try. You actually have to, everything is not going to come natural to you. And it doesn't mean that it's not for you. Some things you grow into. My friend and I were talking the other day about how like we have family members, her being her sister, my mom would always like make everything an occasion, specifically holidays. We would have to like get dressed up right before we cook, like right before we take our photo, get dressed up, make sure everything looks good. And I mean, hair, everything is done to take a photo and then like eat. And I despise that so much growing up because it was just like, this is pointless. I want to stay comfortable. But there is an art of dressing. There is an art to presenting yourself, whether it be in photos or to the world or to people that are around you that matter to you. In my Substack, The Anti-Casualist, I'm going to be discussing the art of dressing for birthday parties because that is such a thing that I've honestly, I've noticed. And there's so much questions around it. What do I wear? Does it matter like what year they're turning, at how, I interact with it? For me personally, spoiler alert, I love putting myself together, putting my very best on because it's a sign of respect and like me presenting myself to the person who we're celebrating. I think that whenever you're looking around you and you see people that look great and they put intentionality into their look, they didn't just look like, oh, I just had to be here, so I'm just here. It says something and it says something that matters. I'm going to expand on that in my Substack, but I love that this conversation is happening because as the girlies are turning 30, we do need to be sharing the recipes, not just for the younger girls, but like for some of us who just did not hear it. And I think that a lot of us are actually understanding now, like, oh, this suddenly it all makes sense. If you're into this or curious about this whole conversation, definitely subscribe to my Substack.